Today we will study the chapter 27, Industries. What's the meaning of this word industries? Industry means production of goods, extraction of minerals, or the provision of services. An industry means production of goods. Like an industry is an organized human effort and skill to produce something useful from the gifts of nature. Early man hunted fish and gathered food. With the passage of time, people started leading a settled life. Their own craftsmen manufactured goods. Due to the growth in population, the demand for manufactured goods increased. Industries grew up to provide the necessities of settled life, such as furniture, textiles, leather goods, agricultural tools, and even jewelry. These goods were made by craftsmen who worked with members of their families at home with simple tools. It was known as cottage industry. Next is classification of industries. Industries are classified on the basis of size, then raw material, ownership. So first we will study about the on the basis of raw material, agro-based industries, mineral-based industries, pastoral-based industries, marine-based and forest-based. First is the agro-based industries. These industries are cotton, textiles, jute and sugar industries. They depend on the agricultural products for their raw material. Next is mineral based industries. They depend on mineral ores for their raw materials such as cement, iron and steel, railway equipment, etc. Third is pastoral based. These use animal based products like dairy and meat. Marine based depend upon the products from the seas and oceans for their raw materials. Processing seafood and fish oil are examples. Forest based industries, these depend upon the primary products from the forest for their raw material. The examples are pulp, paper, furniture, etc. Next is on the basis of size. The size refers to the number of laborers employed and amount of capital invested. So on this basis there are three types: large scale, small scale, cottage industries. First is large scale industries. These employ very large number of laborers. The capital needed for setting up the factory, machines and for the purchase of raw material is huge. The examples are iron and steel, cotton textile, automobile factory. Second is small scale industries. These employ a relatively small number of workers and capital investment is also less. The examples are rice mill, flour mill. Third one is cottage industries. These are mostly located in rural areas or in small towns. In such industries, the skilled artisans and craftsmen work with wood, cane, stone, brass. The investment of capital is also very low. On the basis of ownership, industries are classified into four categories: public sector, private sector, cooperative sector, joint sector. Public sector. These industries are concerned with the government and its agencies at any level, central, state or municipal level. Bokaro Steel Plant, Bharat Heavy Electricals are public sector industries. Private sector industries, these are owned by private individuals like Reliance Industries, Tata Iron and Steel Industry are private sector industries. Cooperative sector. These industries are organized by a group of people belonging to a cooperative society. Generally, members are producers of raw materials such as milk cooperatives, sugar mills, food processing, dairy industry are the examples. Fourth one is the joint sector industries. These take place when private corporate sector and the government jointly own an industry for better results and efficiency. For example, Indian Oil Corporation. Next topic is factors affecting the location of industries. First is availability of raw material. A regular supply of raw material is essential for the location and growth of industries. Sugar industry is located near the sugar producing areas as sugar is bulky and perishable in nature. Second is power supply, continuous power supply. Modern industries are largely dependent on power, like coal, mineral oil, and electricity are important sources of power for industries. Most of the industries are located near the power source. The power should be available not only in adequate quantities but also at cheap rate. Third is capital. Every industry needs a large amount of money for various purposes, such as purchase of land, raw material, machines, and power, and construction of buildings, payment of wages to the employees, and so on. After globalization, the multinational companies are investing in various industries. Fourth one is labor. Labor supplies. An industry needs a large number of skilled and unskilled labor, along with technical personnel, managers, engineers, etc. Continuous and successful working of an industry depends on an adequate supply of labor at reasonable wages. Diamond cutting in Amsterdam and watchmaking in Switzerland are largely based on skilled labor. Next is transport. Means of transport. This type of transport is needed for sending the finished goods to the market. An efficient network of transport at reasonable rates is essential for the development of industries. Railway or road junctions or ports are considered to be suitable for locating industries. Next is water supply. Industries require a large amount of water for cooling, for washing, for mixing chemicals. Most of the industries like iron and steel, textile, paper require large quantities of water. In order to produce 1 ton of steel, we need 300 tons of water. So thus such industries are located near rivers, canals or lakes. Next is climate. Extreme climate conditions, whether hot, cold, or wet, is not suitable for developing industries. Although scientific and technological progress has reduced the importance of climate, it is still considered as an important factor for locating the industries. Next is government policy. In almost every country, government plays an important role in determining the location of industries. Industrial estates are developed in different parts to reduce the regional disparities. Sometimes industries are developed in a particular region due to concessions from the government. Next is the land. Large level land areas are ideal for setting up of industries. They should not be low lying areas as they are prone to flooding. The largest concentration of industries is found in the plain areas. Last is the market. Demand of manufactured goods or the market plays a major role in location of industry. After the processing of raw material, the finished goods should reach the market. Nearness to market is useful for quick sale of goods. It reduces the cost of transporting the finished goods. Next is industrial regions in the world. Industries tend to be concentrated in and around a specific geographic area called the industrial regions. The world's here the four major industrial regions: Eastern North America, Western and Central Europe, Eastern Europe, and Eastern Asia. And India has 9 industrial regions in India, Ahmedabad Vadodara region, Mumbai Pune region, Hooghly Basin, Bengaluru Tamil Nadu region, Chota Nagpur Plateau, Vishakhapatnam Guntur region, Gurgaon Delhi Meerut region, Kollam Thiruvananthapuram region, and Gujarat region. Next is the major industries. First is the iron and steel industry. This industry forms the backbone of industrialization, of industrial development of any country. It is a basic industry. Most of other industries are dependent on it. For example, its chief products, steel, is the raw material for other industries such as automobile, shipbuilding, and machine tools. Raw materials, the main raw material for iron and steel industry include iron ore, coal, limestone, and manganese. Previously, all the major iron and steel plants were located near the sources of raw material. But now, most of the plants are located near the port cities for import of raw materials or export of finished goods. Iron and steel industry is mostly concentrated in the developed countries such as Germany, USA, China, Japan, and Russia. In India, modern iron and steel industry began in 1870 with the establishment of Bengal Iron Works Company in West Bengal. But the real beginning was made after the establishment of second plant Tata Iron and Steel Company TISCO at Jamshedpur in 1907. Cotton, textile. Textile industry is the, we can say that, oldest industry in the world. Industrial revolution in England was confined to developing machines to do the jobs done by hands like weaving or spinning. So there are two main types of fibers, natural and man-made fibers are there. Natural fibers include cotton, linen, silk, wool, and man-made fibers like nylon, polyester, rayon, etc. So cotton textile is one of the oldest agro-based industries in the world. Location of this industry is influenced by a large number of factors such as availability of raw cotton, power, cheap labor, chemicals for dyeing, transport. First cotton mechanized textile mill was established in 1854 in Mumbai. India has been growing cotton since the ancient times. The first cotton mill in India was established at Fort Gloucester near Kolkata, but it made a real beginning in Mumbai in 1854. India's cotton textile mills are mostly located near the cotton belts of Maharashtra and Gujarat. Initially, the cotton mills were concentrated in Mumbai region, but gradually they shifted to the Ahmedabad region. Cotton cloth is produced in three different sectors: handlooms, parlooms, and mills. Handloom is a labor intensive sector, like provides employment to semi skilled laborers and requires small amount of capital investment. Parloom sector is another important sector which is mostly dependent on machineries and less labor intensive. And third is the mill sector. Mill sector, it uses large machines and produces fine clothes in bulk. So there are three types of mills: spinning mill, weaving mill, composite mill. Spinning mills prepare only yarn, and while the composite mills do the spinning and weaving of the yarn. At present, USA, China, Japan, Pakistan, India, and Brazil are the leading producers of cotton textiles. Maharashtra and Gujarat are the major producers of cotton textile. Mumbai Ahmedabad region is known as the Manchester of India, and Mumbai is also known as the Cottonopolis of India. So, as we can say that the reasons for shifting of the cotton textile industry from Mumbai to Ahmedabad. In comparison to Mumbai, Ahmedabad has abundance of raw cotton. Ahmedabad is located in the black cotton soil belt, and long staple cotton of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan are also available here. There is a lack of land area, and its high cost in Mumbai did not permit the industries to expand. Like plentiful supply of cheap and skilled labor is also available here. Then entrepreneurs from Gujarat have required capital to take a risk and establish new plants with modern technical know-how, so which needs lesser amount of power. So Gujarat Plain has good transportation network of roadways and railways, etc. Now, if we do the comparison between the textile industries of Ahmedabad with the textile industry of Osaka. So, we do the comparison over here, Ahmedabad in India and Osaka in Japan. So, first is it is located on the banks of river Sabarmati in Gujarat and in Osaka. It is a coastal town and it is the busiest port of the nation. Second, first mill was set up in 1859, and here mills came up after the Second World War in Osaka. Ahmedabad, the raw material cotton is grown locally, it is available local, and here raw cotton is imported from other countries. Ahmedabad, its growth is linked to growth of Mumbai as the cottonopolis of India. Here, we can say that the moist climate and cheap women labor are favorable factors for growth of textile industry. Then here, most of spinning yarn is done by smaller mills. It has about 50 small mills. Only large plants are found and most of the work is automatic. Here, lot of manual work is done in Ahmedabad, and here in Osaka, most advanced technology is used. It is known as the Manchester of India, and Osaka, it is known as the Manchester of Japan. Then it undertakes manufacture of a variety of clothes including dhotis and saris, and in Osaka specialization in one type of cloth is done, it is practiced over here. It has problems like old method, old technology, inadequate power supply, high labor cost, and in Osaka high profit industries like steel, electrical equipment and shipbuilding are replacing cotton textile industries. So this was a comparison between the Ahmedabad in India, major textile center in Ahmedabad, and the textile center which is there in Osaka. Next topic is information technology. IT industry. Industry that specializes in storing, in processing, and transferring technical knowledge and information in digital form. It is known as information technology. The development of information technology took place in about in second half of the 20th century. It involves manufacturing of computer hardware, software and other modes of communication which help in the transmission of information in digital form. The industry needs engineers trained in software, hardware and other related fields of communication. IT of Silicon Valley in California. Information technology industry was first set up in Silicon Valley, California in USA. Frederick Terman, one of the professors of Stanford University in USA, encouraged his students to start companies in the nearby regions of Palo Alto. This region was famous for its universities. The universities leased out land for those companies and in exchange, those companies gave grants to the universities. The companies received research facilities of universities and also a large number of good graduate students for the development of various sectors of industry. Ultimately, the region was termed as Silicon Valley due to its IT industry, which makes uses semiconductor chips made of silicon. Fred Terman came to be known as the father of Silicon Valley. A large number of famous companies were started in Silicon Valley, such as IBM, Hewlett Packard, Xerox. So now, information technology industry of Bangalore. Bangalore is located in the Deccan Plateau region of India. The city is also called the Silicon Plateau of India. Reasons for the development of IT industry in Bangalore. Bangalore, the capital of Karnataka, has large number of engineering colleges from where the IT companies get their highly skilled software engineers. Bangalore has large number of research institutes such as ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, and DRDO, Defense Research Development and Organization. Climate of Bangalore is quite pleasant. It is neither too hot nor too cold. Important companies located here like Wipro, Infosys, Tata Consultancy Services. Next is the engineering industry. Engineering industry also uses steel as its raw material. There are two types of engineering industries, heavy and light. Heavy industries include industrial equipment, agricultural equipment, textile machinery, transformers, turbines, transport, etc. Light industries include watches, clocks, computers, hardware, software. The leading producers in engineering industries are USA, Russia, Japan, and Germany. The main engineering industries are HMTI, Hindustan Machine Tools International Limited, and Bharat Heavy Electricals, BHEL. Now, next is the chemical industry. Chemical industry is a basic industry because its products are important for other industries. Some of the industries that require chemicals are soaps, detergents, dyes, paints, and leather. The pharmaceutical industry also requires large quantity of chemicals. The raw material for the chemical industry is obtained from minerals like oil, natural gas, and agricultural resources like vegetable oil. And USA is the largest producer of chemicals in the world. There are two types of nations. Countries that have developed the have flourishing industries are called developed nations, while others which are developing, known as developing nations or underdeveloped nations. Many countries have the potential to move up into the category of developed nations, and India comes under the category of developing nation because it is developing so fast.